Okay, is the sound back now? Okay, the sound should be back now, so that was a mistake. So welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. I muted myself on the screen. So welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone for a post-game match day live. Gonna, again, talk about the game, of course. We're gonna talk about a little bit what Allegri said. We're gonna talk about Milik and a little bit about, Wednesday when we play Champions League game, a big game, an important game, of course. But yeah, first we're gonna talk about the game yesterday, of course. People in the chat, let me know what you think about the game or what you thought about yesterday's game, because it's split. Like the the debate or like the opinion about yesterday's game is kind of divided, in my opinion, because you have people saying, I think there are three types of people after the game yesterday. There are people who are over the moon and can't forget what happened last month, basically. Then you have people like me who can take the result but still be very, how you want to say this, very skeptical about what you saw. And then you have people who are like, you don't even need to take the result, forget about it, blah blah blah, all those things. So three types of people. I'm in the middle ground because I'll take that result yesterday, 3-0 win. I mean, we hadn't won for over a month, I think. Scoring 3 goals, let alone that, even if we don't win. We kept a clean sheet. Bologna are a poor team. I'm not gonna sit here and say Bologna are a great team, but I think Sampdoria are a poor team. I think Salernitana are a poor team. I think Monza are a poor team, and we struggle against those teams. So it's a baby step, but it's a little step we took forward. In the preview, or like before the preview, I said the only thing I can see change on yesterday. So I said it at the start of the week. The only thing I can see different in the game is like the players coming back from international break and, taking a break from a toxic situation, because it was toxic, will serve them well, and they will just react based on that. The good things about yesterday is that we tried for 90 minutes. We didn't, when we took the lead, it wasn't that we step back completely. We still tried. Even in the second half, we did. Even when we were 2-0 up, we were 3-0 up. We kept going, which is a good thing. It still looked chaotic at times. Like, it didn't look, how do you want to say that? Like everything wasn't going smoothly. Like, I'm not gonna say that it was chaotic and all those things. But at the end of the day, nobody was expecting that. Nobody was expecting us to come out tomorrow after a bad month and basically turn everything completely around. I think everybody was just looking for a win, and we got a win. That's the most important thing at this point, because we need to make up so many points that, dropping points against Bologna was absolutely a no-go. So that's a positive thing. And you need to build on that now. Like, that's what you need to do. We have a game on Wednesday. If you still believe in the Champions League, which Allegri does, he believes in it. That's what he said after the game. Then you need to build on it. And when build on that, I need to see a better performance still in terms of what you put out there on the pitch. Against a team, with all due respect to Haifa or the players, you need to beat them, and you need to beat them quite easily at home. That's just a reality. So let's see how that will go on Wednesday. But yeah, let me see. Let me bring up some comments. Sandro's first touches. Sandro wants to say, I will bring up Sandro because there was a little debate, because he said, or he was asked about his new contract, and he said, it depends on the club. He needs to leave. I think Sandro was good yesterday. I actually think he was good yesterday. But he needs to leave. It's done. We've seen the previous seasons, like, it's done. I don't want to hear backup, cheap contract. I don't want to hear those stuff. I don't want to hear these things. It's done. and I think it will be done. I think he will be out of the door. So it was just a question. I don't think he's gonna say mid, or like not even mid, like at the start of October, saying yeah, it's done. I'm not gonna say completely no contract is on the table, blah blah blah. He's not gonna say that now. So we kept that door open. We should, close that door completely, and move on. That's it. Cambiasso played well. He was okay. He had moments, and he had moments where he looked, in my opinion, a bit terrible. So this far this season, he hasn't played well, like in previous games. But let's see. Again, he's not a starter for us. I said that when we signed him. I still believe he's not going to be the starter, or he can be the starter in the future. And with the future, I mean next season, because Alexander was gone next season. I don't believe that. I've not seen enough from Cambiasso to say he's gonna, take that starting position and elevate our level. I don't see that when I watch Cambiasso play. So yeah, so that's about Sandro. So that's a quick one because it was just a general question, and it was a little debate, but like no, it's done. His time at the club is over. It's done. Let's talk about one quote from Allegri. I didn't bring up the quotes, but basically he came out after the game and he said, we almost couldn't believe we won in the locker room. And he exaggerated a little bit, because I don't think they walked into the locker room and were like, oh, what just happened? I don't think that. He just exaggerates with things, but it sounded bad. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it sounded very desperate. It sounded very mid-table-ish, and people can say we are mid-table-ish, but like that's not what you want to hear. If you're after beating Bologna, your coach coming out saying we were shocked, basically. But he was trying to say like we hadn't won so much in so many weeks in such a time that they were all like, oh, we won, like that's a weird thing to say. We shouldn't be shocked to beat Cambiasso, to beat Bologna at home. That should be the norm, the standard. And of course you can drop points, but not anymore at the stage we are in the season. We cannot afford to lose any more points to these clubs, especially at home. Especially at home, like you cannot do it. You cannot afford it, and that's what we did yesterday. So credit to them. I'm gonna say, but this again means nothing if we don't win on Wednesday. And I'll keep saying it, and it sounds ridiculous. We need to go away to Milan on Saturday, and we need to win. It sounds ridiculous because they are the better team at the moment, and I don't think it's even close. But we need to go out there and somehow get the 3 points. That's the situation we are in now. Within the club, if within the club they believe we can still compete for the title, and going off everything they're saying, they believe they need to go on Saturday away to Milan and win. That's the way I said it. It sounds easy. It's not going to be easy. Stephanie's saying Milan is hurting though. They are, but they're still winning game. They're still winning games. They did that last season when they're missing players, because they have a crazy mentality at the moment where they always believe the players know what to do. They go for it for 90 minutes. They never give up. Like that's a spirit we had over the years, even when we were missing players, or where you're looking at the team and you're like, that's not a good team. We still managed to win games. That's what Milan have at the moment. So going away on Saturday and win will be, I don't want to say a miracle, but it will be a big result. And we need that win. Looking at the table, we need that win. I'm not going to say it's easy to achieve looking at our situation, but if the players and the club and the managers and whatever, everyone, team doctors on the team, I don't care who, believe that we still have a chance in winning that title, then they need to go out there on Saturday and win. It's that easy, or like that easy. That's the only option out there. Not easy to do, but that's the option, and that's it. It's that simple, basically, or like that's the only option out there. because you need to set up a streak. Excuse me. And you cannot set up a streak with winning 2 games, losing a game, winning game, draw game. That's like, we cannot afford another L in the coming, I'm gonna say, until the World Cup. If you lose against PSG, I understand that, because they are the better team. Even if it's a must-win game, I will not be sitting here like, oh, you didn't beat PSG. I will be sitting here and be like, you didn't beat Benfica at home. That was the issue. So okay, but like, other than that, like, we cannot afford another L. And also not 6 draws or 4 draws, whatever. Sam is saying Rabiot playing well this season too, but personally still wouldn't renew his current deal. I agree. I think he's doing all right. He got stick yesterday. Not sure really why. Of course, he's not a world beater, and yes, we can do better, but like, this is what we have. That's it. Why is Allegri subbing Kostic? Yeah, he can run, but like, we play every 3 games. The game was won, so it's okay. It's okay. And no, we shouldn't renew Rabiot. Despite Milan's injury, oops, let me bring that up. Despite Milan's injury, they will still put up a fight against us. Against anyone. You saw that against Empoli. Missing players, struggling. They get their win, or like, they get the one goal up finally. 1-1 in the last minute, basically, and they still managed to win 3-1. Okay, the last one is on the counter. Everybody from Empoli was committing forward, but still, that 2-1, that's the winning mentality. That's what we had all those years back. Well, you can go back. We won a lot of those games. Like, we didn't play well at the end, we still get it done. Last minute, whatever. That's what Milan are at the moment. So them missing those players, they can say, oh, it's a problem, and I would understand if Milan fans say that. But like, from my perspective as a Juve fan, I'm gonna say, and watching them perform without the injuries, I can fairly easily say that will not be an issue for them. It will not be an issue for them. That's what I believe. So yeah, I don't think that's gonna affect that on Saturday or them. But let's talk about this guy. Let me bring it up on the screen. Milik, because he's kind of the player of the moment. Let's be honest. I'm gonna circle back to when we signed him, or like when we linked to him, and everybody was going mad, me included. I was going mad because I thought, and I still believe, that we needed something different, some player more flexible, because I have no idea how Chiesa will return. And looking at Di Maria, somehow he's picking up injuries at us. That was always my fear. So I was like, we needed something different. So that's why I was like, nah. But people can go back and watch the previous videos I did. I've said him scoring goals will not be a problem for us. It will not be a problem. He will score goals. I said that on many videos. I said, like, scoring goals will not be a problem for him, because he will put that ball into the back of the net, because that's who he is. And I think he's very good at it. Maybe not for Poland, because we had that scout on for an interview with Julian, and he said that before we recorded, he said, like, it's crazy because for Poland he's not good, but for us he's doing well. And I actually think he is a key player at the moment, in terms of he kind of, I don't want to lower the bar, but like, he kind of gets the moment at the moment. Like, the way he fights for every possession, the way he's involved in everything, is very important for this team at the moment, because we're lacking so much that we need to basically clinch on the, how do you want to say that? The basic things. Like, look at the goal of Kostic. He created that goal out of nowhere. Like, the pressing, the desire to get forward, all those things. That's Milik at the moment. Stephanie saying Milik scores nearly every chance he's gotten. In the first half, he missed, for me, a sitter for him. And I was like, oh boy. And then he comes out with an absolutely banger, like out of nowhere. And you're like, wow, okay. And he looks dangerous. Like, when he receives the ball, at this moment in time, when he gets that ball, I'm like, okay, it's safe. Like, the ball is safe. When Vlahovic gets that ball, and again, I'm not putting it, he needs to improve Vlahovic in certain things. But Milik is that type of player. When he gets that ball at the moment, I'm like, okay, it's safe. He's not really gonna lose it. He's gonna link up play and we move basically. And I think that's vital at the moment. He's always in and around the box, always. He's getting at the end of things, or even when that ball is not basically coming, he's still at the end of, you know, where it should be. So he has a feeling at the moment of where to be, to getting goals, all those things. Should have got that Sanitana goal. And yeah, I think he is a key player at the moment for us. And, you know, people who said, I didn't want Milik, I don't want Milik in the summer, I'm not going to say you're wrong. Like, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say you be sitting here and be like, oh my God, amazing. What a signing. Just signed a new deal, whatever, all those things. I'm also not saying that. But I think you kind of need to admit a little bit that he's doing well. In a team, of course, you know, you might say doing well is not difficult in this team. I still think it is. Like, if we play so bad, I think it's difficult to do well. But whatever. If Milik wasn't injury prone, he'd be world class. He's not really injury prone. Like, he had a big injury and he struggled with it. But other than that, it's like he struggled with that big injury. And I mean, a lot of players will, and maybe Chiesa will. Knock on wood, he will not. But like, that's how it is. Stephanie saying, do you believe a loss against Milan will be 100% out of top 4? No. I think we will be out of the title race completely. I do believe that if we lose and Napoli win, it's done. Like 10 points. No. A lot of things need to happen. Napoli need to have another collapse. I don't think they're going to have that this season. I think they finally learned from that. Even Spalletti, I think they all learned from it. But top 4, no. I don't think top 4 is done because Inter's not playing well. Roma, yeah, they won, but like they will be in and around. Lazio will be in and around. Atalanta is on a crazy run. Let's see how that will do. But like, I don't think top 4 is done. But I do believe if you don't win or if you lose against Milan, and it's early to say, but I don't see us coming back from 10 points now. I don't see that. But yeah, Milik. Yeah, I mean, he's doing well, so I'll give him his credit. Because he's doing things I doubted he could do. Not scoring goals, I never doubted that. I said it many times, but like linking up plays, being involved like that, I was very, very doubtful when we, you know, signed him or loaned him. But yeah, he proved me wrong. Excuse me, he proved me wrong. So I think it's good for us at the moment because that's what we have. And if he performs well, it does mean we are doing kind of well. So yeah, shooting technique, build up, play, positioning, and Grinta are second to none on the team. At the moment, he is kind of not dragging the team, but like he is the symbol of what it should be in terms of the minimum, like the basic stuff need to be done at this moment in time, and he's doing that. Maybe others are not doing that. That's all I'm saying. Hanin is saying he had 2 Achilles that stopped his career, and then he had an issue with his ADL, and he was frozen out of the squad. He basically lost more than 3 years. Yeah, like those. I mean, knock on wood for Chiesa. Like some people do recover from it pretty damn good, and others will always struggle. That's why I'm very skeptical to see not Chiesa back in training, but like when I see reports, he can play in a few weeks, and with a few weeks, I mean 2-3 weeks, I'm like not sure about that. Like, don't risk it. Just don't do it, please, for him, for us, for everyone involved. Please don't, because you never know. Like, I think it's better to be ultra careful than taking a risk, because it's about a career at this point. Look at Zaniolo. Yeah. Aldo saying Milik showing the way. Breed of fresh air. We need this enthusiasm. All the players are suffering with lack of confidence. They are, and that's why that win on Sunday yesterday was important. That's why winning in a good fashion on Wednesday is very important. And you know, then you never know, away to Milan. If you also win on Milan, then you can set up a streak, positive streak, where things are going your way, excuse me, where confidence is building, players start to believe in themselves and what the coach wants to do. They start running from like the basic stuff. You do the basic stuff, start running for each other, put in the extra tackle, whatever. Like it's all basic things, but like that's what we are. Besides, okay, we can go over, we don't have a style of play, okay, but like we miss the basic things at times. So I don't want to say forget about style of play, but like we were down, and we're not out of it, but like we're down very bad. Like losing to Monza, I mean, it's bad. Hanin is saying he's not just going to start out of nowhere, and it's already been more than 8 months. I did not say that Chiesa is going to start out of nowhere. I didn't say that. Or did I? If I did, that was misspoken, because I did not say Chiesa is going to start out of nowhere. But I think, based on reports from a few weeks back, where there were reports saying, water in his knees or like whatever, that's not a good thing. Like even if it's away, like that's a worrying thing. It's a little setback, and then out of nowhere it's like the setback is gone. Like it's a weird report. Maybe the reports are wrong, I don't know. Could be that the reports are wrong, but like if they're correct, it's very strange. For me it's very strange. But let's see. They shouldn't be taking any risks, like any, none at all. And I know it's been 8 months, but because of that report about, he had a setback with water, which is not a good thing. That's why I'm saying don't take any risks, basically. Forget what it's like to be 1v1 with the keeper watching Juve. Vlahovic was yesterday 1v1 and he's tried to stiff it or chip the keeper, no idea why. Because the keeper was not, going down, and then he chipped him beside him. Very strange what he did there. But yeah, I do. I don't mind if you sell Vlahovic for 80 mil and buy Milik. Focus that money on left back and center back. No chance. No chance. Milik is not the first. Vlahovic is a top player. He is a top player. He is going through a difficult moment, like everyone is in the team. Basically, Milik is having a good moment now, but I'm not gonna sell Vlahovic. You need to keep Vlahovic and you need to invest in the left back and center back. That's the way to go. You don't need to sell good players to improve other areas and weaken other departments. Like that's not the way to go. Let me see. Let me bring the chat up again. When is Pogba back? He's rumored to have had some few exercises with the team, or not really with the team, but with the ball, I think, today. So yeah, no idea when he's back. Let's see. There were rumors about the Benfica game, so. I was saying, you don't lose against weak teams because you lack style of play. You beat them because of structure and the basics. Style views, big teams is more important, but we struggle against everybody. Yeah, like against Monza, like there was nothing. It felt like the players played 120 minutes, just a few minutes before kickoff, and they were just like, I'm not gonna run, I'm not gonna do anything today. That's how it felt. And that's basically basic things. It's basic stuff. So yeah. Hanin is saying I read Pogba against Inter. It changes. To be honest, it changes every day. I'm not sure. We will hear from Allegri probably next week. Something we will, kind of pinpoint. We can pinpoint when Pogba will be back. But let's see. Stephanie is saying against Monza we had no midfielders on the bench compared to yesterday. Yes, I get that, but the starting 11 was good enough to beat Monza. That's the issue. But players coming back from injury is a positive thing because we play every 3 games, and we need everyone. If you rate everyone, fair. I don't rate everyone in the squad, but you still need everyone. Like McKennie, I thought he was horrible yesterday, but he put in a great cross and he gets an assist. Other than that, for me it was horrible again. But he puts in a great cross, he gets an assist. you can sub him off because Miretti is apparently good, fit enough. Paredes was on the bench. Locatelli is now back. Rabiot is back. So you can, interchange people, swap people, make subs. And that's what we need. Because, again, we play every 3 games. So you need everyone, quality or not quality. It is what it is now. Bonucci decides not to suck. Surprised me. Yeah, he was good. Yeah, I think everyone was good. Yes, like at the back, it was solid. It was good. It was okay. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Before I'm gonna wrap it up, because it's a quick post game live. We're gonna do on Monday. There will be a daily. Julian's doing a daily. I wanted to bring up. What did I want to bring up? I saw something I want to discuss. I forgot it now. When everybody's healthy, who starts? You mean the entire squad? I don't know. Oh, I mean we do know because Allegri basically gave it away. I saw Monblano speaking before I did the live, saying that Allegri for time has a mind now to start Di Maria and Pogba behind Vlahovic and make it 4-3, or I don't know what he was saying, a 4-3-2-1 or something like that, like a hybrid thing. Not sure about that. Not really sure about that. I struggle to see how is he gonna bench Chiesa. Like I struggle to see it. But when everybody is fit, Allegri gave you the starting midfield basically with Locatelli on the bench. It was Pogba, Paredes, Rabiot, right? And then I think it will be Di Maria, Chiesa, Vlahovic, Chesney in goal, Bremer, Bonucci, Alexandro, Danilo. I'm guessing. I think that's the starting 11 Allegri has in mind. No, honey, he meant Di Maria behind, like in a 2 behind Vlahovic. That's what he said. With Pogba and Di Maria behind Vlahovic. That's what he said. Unless I was not listening correctly, but that's what he said. Which I don't know how. Like I kind of struggle to see how that's gonna not work. Like then he's gonna bench Chiesa. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, I think that's the starting 11 Allegri is gonna go for. I think that's probably the starting 11 everybody's going for. Maybe except Rabiot. I think people will put Rabiot on the bench. Probably play Locatelli, a lot of you. But I think that's the 11 Allegri's going. Again, I'm still saying I don't think we're going to see it because at some point someone will be injured. I actually believe that at some point someone will be injured. And that's why we're not going to see it. But you can only hope. But yeah. Rabiot, okay, Hanin says Rabiot starts for me. I think Locatelli played well yesterday. I think he had a good game. Compared to the previous games, he had a good game. I don't care if it's Bologna at home because that's the standard at the moment. We are at the bottom, basically. So I'll take it. He played well. So yeah, I don't know. I would also start Rabiot at the moment. I would, but I think Locatelli should be good enough to take that spot, in my opinion. He should be good enough. Locatelli did what I was asked of him yesterday. He did. And I think he did that well. He couldn't play for 90 minutes, obviously, but I think he did that well. Excuse me. Aldo saying Rabiot, Paredes, Loca. Wait, what? So no Pogba when he's fit? I will start Pogba when he's fit. I need to see Pogba. RB Combs is saying Rabiot did good yesterday. He did good. I liked Rabiot yesterday. Anna saying Loca was not good. Nah, he was good. Like the previous games, he was horrible in my opinion. Although for Wednesday, okay. Previous games, Locatelli was not good. I think yesterday he was good. He was not amazing. Like I'm not gonna say that. I'm saying good. like just good. Like that's the standard at the moment. I'm not saying he was exceptional. I'm not gonna say that. I want to see Luka with Rabiot and Paredes before Pogba gets back. We might see that on Wednesday. But once Pogba is back, he goes straight in that starting 11 because nobody in this team is screaming, I cannot lose my starting job. So when Pogba's fit, he goes straight in there for me, in my opinion. Because nobody, in my opinion, screams, this is my position. Like if anyone gets sub at this point, I'm like, yeah, you didn't really play well this far this season, so I'm okay with it. So I would start Pogba the moment he's fit. RBcom saying this might be controversial, but I start Rabiot over Miretti. I think a lot of people would do that, to be honest. I think a lot of people would, would do that. Raja is saying, go Milan. That's good for him. But yeah, before I wrap it up, again, we won. I think that's the most important thing at the moment. Just pick up the win. 3 goals, clean sheet. It wasn't perfect. Still look kind of chaotic, but there might be a little buzz around the club in terms of the players might have a good feeling at the moment, which there was no good feeling. Key is now to basically get that new good feeling, drag that with you on Wednesday, get a comfortable win, and go to Milan and keep going now. That's the only thing we can do now, because you need to keep that momentum. Gonna read out a few comments and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Anina saying Rabiot extension, lower wage. Let's say accept. If the lower wage is 3 mil, and still I struggle to do it, but he's not gonna accept that. But like, I don't want to hear 5 mil or 4.5 mil. I don't want to hear that. Locatelli is a great utility player, very important for squad rotation. Reminds me of Takinardi, not always a starter, but always available and makes a difference when called upon. Some might think that's a controversial opinion. Rodrigo say we haven't talked about how Perin is playing. He has been amazing at goal and should be starting. Perin has done very well, but Chesney is a starting goalkeeper and Chesney has done well as well. I don't have an issue with that. I think Chesney is a starting goalkeeper. I'm fine. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna make a big thing out of that. He played well, Perin. It's good to know that you have that backup who can come in and do a job. But I think Chesney is a starting goalkeeper. Crazy Ray saying you can't pay 40 mil for Takinardi. True. Times changed and the squad's evolved. Like, I don't really care if someone comes in, a kid, and he starts scoring 30 goals a season and he benches Vlahovic, who costs 80, and then that following season the kid does it again, I will be sitting here and be like, yeah, I mean, he's scoring more goals than you. Yeah, we paid 80 mil for you, but it is what it is. But I understand what you're trying to say. R&B comes in, Chiesa and Pogba coming back to save our season. I hope we don't rush him back to save our season. I will say this. R&B comes saying hopefully Allegri keeps his promise, saying tomorrow starts a new season. Let's see. He says that a lot. He will say that in January, and he will probably say in January Pogba is like a new signing, Chiesa is like a new signing, and then fans will lose their minds again when he says these things. But yeah, let's hope our new season is starting and has started yesterday. But we can only say that I said when the start of the World Cup, when we end this month and a week or two streak of playing games week in, week, day in, day out, basically, then maybe I can say, yeah, a new season has started for us. But, I'm not going to base that off of yesterday's result. I'll take it. It's not perfect, but I'll take it. It's time for us to build on it. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. There will be a daily. Julian will talk about a few things. It will drop in a few hours. Tomorrow there will be a daily / press reaction, and there will be a preview. On Wednesday, there will be a new show with Julian and Justin, a prediction show slash forfeit show. So keep an eye on that. Yeah, it's gonna drop Wednesday. And yeah, then we will see you back live tomorrow at 5. Not at this hour, at 5 for the preview with me and Julian. And thanks everyone for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, see you guys